Kia ora team, George here from Touch NZ. Now we all enjoy a bit of touch, but without a proper warm-up, the chances of being injured are massively increased. So to keep you on the field and out of the emergency room, Touch NZ have made a short and easy warm-up series for all levels, proven to lower the chance of injury by close to 50%. So head on over to our site and check them out. Play safe, play smart.
Well done team, keep it going. Keep it going. Good work. Yes, good side step. Excellent. Working forward. Well done. Well done team, good. For Bunnings Homegrown Heroes, but mahi never stops. Thanks mate. Okay team, come on in, let's go. Let's huddle up. Bring it in guys. Nominate your homegrown hero today. 1, 2, 3, 3!
Sport. What does it mean to us? For some, it's potential, a promise that we could be better, that the early mornings will be worth it, that we could be champions.
Starts with touch.
This Touch New Zealand event is proudly supported by Bunnings Warehouse.
Tēnā rā koutou katoa e te whānau whānui. Nā mihi nui kia koutou katoa I tēnei rā. Nau mai haere mai ki te paka ongi I Palmerston North. Ko Maia Williams ahau, ko Rod Walker tēnei ata, kei te korero maua kia koutou katoa I ngā kemu. Welcome to day 2 of the 2023 Bunnings Warehouse National Championships, held down in Ongi Park in Palmerston North. Rod, in the commentary box I have with me Rod Walker. Rod Walker, good morning buddy.
Yeah, morning Maia, morning whānau out there. Palmerston North has definitely turned on a wonderful day today. The sun is shining. There's zero wind to speak of, no dew on the ground, so there's certainly no excuse not to bring anything other than the best game. And I'm really excited to see this one. The opens have started, and we've got a wonderful set of referees on board with us, Maia.
Yeah, for sure. Before we get into those referees, this is obviously our first live stream game for day 2. However, day 1 of our nationals was yesterday in the new schedule where we just had the Masters team, and what a cracking day that was. The quality of the touch, if that's what our Masters are providing, then oh my gosh, what an exciting day we have with our Opens teams and our 21s. And as you rightly said, we start the first live stream game with our mixed open grade, and today we have Marlborough playing Kāpiti Red. Kapiti Red having 2 teams, which is pretty awesome, Rod, when you think of a place that is, not one of our big cities, yet they have 2 teams, and it's probably easy to see because they've been so good in this grade for so long. Yeah,
and it's good for the depth of the game right around, but obviously it is a small province, and for them to be able to put that out there today is awesome. There's a couple of likely names in the Kapiti team in terms of where they've been in past New Zealand lineups, the likes of Jordan Bignell Tupara, Caleb Marekura Martin, and I'm liking the look of Rion Robury as well. On the Marlborough side, a couple of years ago, under 16s representative Hugh Robinson. So, I'm really looking forward to him to move the board forward and really attack this Kapiti line.
You talked about our referee team that we had for this game, and it's the cream out here today, ladies and gentlemen. As you've seen on screen, we had Caitlin. Joining her, we've got Logan Forrester on screen right now, one of the top referees in the country and has been for a long time. And then we've also got from the UK, Rachel Atkins. So welcome to Aotearoa, Rachel. I'm sure you'll have a good performance. I refed with her in the USA. Well, she probably carried me in the game, I'd say, right, in the USA at the Nationals last year. But great to have her here. Horowhenua Kapiti get into their game straight away. 33 plate. 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 Good D, good hustle there, nice and connected from Marlborough. Coming for the peel, not quite on. Again, good D, 5th touch, last one. Good D there from Marlborough, first set.
Yeah. The connections are there, and you can certainly hear the comms. And there's no intention to bite on anything that, if it's benign, then no threat, then don't take it. So they did really, really well there.
I heard that term bite quite a bit yesterday. What do you exactly mean by bite?
Yeah, I guess with the offensive structures, what they're trying to do is they're trying to make the defences collapse, the whole line to collapse in. But if you've got a defence, instead of lifting directly to man, if you can lift to space and just hold that and allow your line to stabilise again, then everything comes back to normal. So when we say bite, that's what we talk about. You try to want to move to space and don't actually make that touch.
We started off with a cracker yesterday morning, and this is even a step up from there with the pace, the good set of yards from both teams. HK having a couple of cracks on the line there, and Marlborough having a good set, good first up set. So just a solid start from both teams as Kapiti Red looking to get across the line. Faked him out, he come back in for the short ball, good D again. I said in the start about Kapiti Red and how good they are in the mixed touch and how successful they've been for such a long time. But Marlborough, another province where mixed touch seems to be something that they've had a lot of success in also.
Yeah, I guess the biggest thing for me at this stage of the game is that you can certainly tell that Kapiti is well versed in mixed. They're certainly trying to put a lot of pressure on the two girls side and work that. And it'll be good to see once Marlborough does get down here just what offensive strategies they do have.
I love the mixed game, and one of the reasons is just the quality of our female players playing against the male players. They don't give an inch. In fact, they probably take more than they give. Our female players, just their strength in the roll ball is something that really impresses me. Their hands catching 30-metre bullets, and just the comms. They're just really the glue in the team for me, the girls. And Kāpiti Red got a great set of girls here again.
Yeah, I've always found it with the with the girls, the strong teams are the ones that have strong females, and not just physically on the field, but the leadership that they bring through the team. And a lot of the times you'll find these ladies actually controlling from the outside, which just relieves a lot of pressure for the for the boys in the middle there.
Nicholas and Harrison working together. Last touch. Papuawi. Harrison just finishes again, finishing in the right space. It seems like we're almost repeating ourselves game by game, but it's just that importance that through the orange zone you talked about, Rod, being really accurate, trying to get down to the other end, making sure we're not losing the ball through that period of play. And I guess for the defence, it's around stepping up and trying to limit the amount of yards of teammates. Yeah,
well, early in the game, you really just want to settle things down a bit. First 5 minutes or so, just find your feet, and it's important that that you keep those errors out of the game. As we see a nice little pick and drive here, let's see what he can get off the back of that.
Bignell Tupara comes through. 6 again here for Kapiti Red. This is going to be a real test for Marlborough. This is what you do. I guess that's that grind. You keep going backward and forwards, and you're trying to get that repeat set in the attacking zone. Kapiti Red have it here. Be interesting to see what the lads can come up with. Bignell Tupara. Haven't seen him play before, but just seeing that little bit there, he looks like he's going to be one to watch. I'm guessing this may be his brother, Samfana. Sean Bignell Tupara. Oh, there must be some connection there when they made it look that easy.
Yeah, it's they set it up really well. Conditioned them with a 33 plate to start with, and then a sweep. And he was always going back to the two girl side once he had swept around, just looking for a disconnection between the boy and the girl. And unfortunately the length there, she just held a little bit too wide, right? So Bignell did an awesome job of setting that one up.
Marlborough having a set now, starting from halfway, so they'll have a few more touches down on the attacking scoreline. As you see there, McKenzie working with Pie White. Probably trying to go for it. Nice hands, great lane. That impresses me as well with a lot of wingers, and in particular our female wingers, how in no space they just have that composure to stay in there, as opposed to cut when you'd think. They just stay in that small space, and some of the tries that are scored when there's no space are just incredible. Good D from Kāpiti Red. they're transitioning out of it through the orange zone. Subs not quite getting on there in time. I've been wanting to set one up here. Last one coming. By last one, I mean the 5th. Offside. Coach Killerod.
Yeah, absolutely. No, because I thought that it wasn't the greatest transition, and I thought Marlborough did really well to hold that one up. I'm guessing that was not making 7 metres back, but let's see how Kapiti set this one.
Just a stumble in there from Morgan Rattray. Here we go. Here's the crew again, setting it up. Just a simple quickie, step back inside. And a great dive. I love it when I see them dive, sliding the ball along the ground. Just makes it so much harder for the defence. What have we got here, Rod?
Yeah, it's just a quickie. And he realised where his defender was. So the defensive profile there was definitely facing to the outside. So he definitely dictated to Geordie there just what he was going to do. And you can't give too much too much credit to the slide dive, and I see it so often these days with with a lot of the young players. They're always trying to slam the ball. Slide it's a lot more effective.
Up around play.
Put him out.
Robinson. Ooh, unlucky. Great toe there by Robinson. Good defence. Kapiti Red, so they work their way out again. As you said, probably wasn't their greatest transition set last time. Definitely might have got away with it over the step there, over the mark. Ball to the ground, not 2 in a row. So great defence there from Marlborough, really strong in the ruck, particularly from number 3, Ellery James Sitters. Couple of siblings in this Marlborough team.
As we get our crew sweeping on, where's the focus going to be? I guess they've seen where I guess they're going to come back left here. Might be the go. It's good. It's good defense. Good comms. Everyone stepping up off the line there.
Just again, no space. Great defense. Just no space. Held her line. Really like that. It'd be so easy for her to step in. I wouldn't put it past her to be scoring a touchdown down that side. Great defence there by number 2, Sydney Archer.
Yeah, and I guess the confident thing with that is the more she does it, the more she puts pressure on the defensive wing to actually start holding out, and eventually a hole will be created on the inside there that they can make the most of. So.
Unfortunately, we didn't get an opportunity to have any mixed games on from our Masters crew yesterday. So it's great to see this again. I talk about this grade often. I just really enjoy it. There's nothing like it in any other sport where we see both our genders playing together and at such a high level. Play in the middle, and again sliding under. Just from that last touchdown that Kapiti Red got, I felt probably, I'm not sure what defence Marlborough played, but I felt their threes weren't probably as connected, as tight as they could have been. And if Kapiti Red are going to get a lot of cookies, and they probably need to be a lot more connected, I imagine, Rod.
Yeah, I guess, just in terms of Marlborough, I guess if there's one thing they are guilty at the moment is once the point has made the touch, everyone is basically just dropping back to the line. But you can't hold on the line. There's some wonderful divers in the game at the moment, and they will play that game at your feet. So when you retreat after that touch, you really do have to 2 feet behind the line and lift off it, just to take away that threat.
Good set here. Probably got away from one there, but didn't really initiate it as an attacker, so all rights to the defender. Just have a simple pick, comes back left, 6 again. Hopefully we see a little bit more enterprise from Marlborough here. Got Justice. Justice with the ball, Justice working there with Pai White. Pai White gets the ball back, great defence from the girl, and that's just incredible.
There it is there by, the link chopper was on there, so, we spoke about the wing starting to loosen off a little bit, and she did exactly that time, so they just couldn't convert from that.
Reckon he went into the right hole there? Could he have got back inside the 3?
To be honest, I think it's time for them just to do a bit of an early release, just get the ball and shift it, really quick. and don't actually give the defence time to move across the line.
You talked about the lift down the other end, the need to lift, and Kāpiti Red did exactly that on that set. It made it look like it wasn't much attack, just the defence was so good. So well done, Kāpiti Red. We got to see, ladies and gentlemen, what Rod talked about in terms of lifting up off that line to shut down the attack early. Good set here, keeping the momentum going. So we drive into the last, using our girl in the middle. 32 drop.
Yeah, he probably did himself a little bit of a disservice there. I think he was in that hole. He just needed to, poke his head through and keep going out the other side. He probably realises that now, but these are the learning things that you do as you go through the game. I'm sure he won't repeat that again.
We're already into the second 10 minutes of this first half. It's just flowing by. Really, really good game from both teams. Hoping Marlborough can be the next to score. Obviously, I've got both eyes open. I don't have a particular team I like, so I'm always hoping it's close. It makes for a better game. Draw and pass through the hands. Good defence again. Kāpiti Red defence, really, really good.
Well, through the field, what they are doing is they are sending one person up and just applying some pressure. And it's enough to...
Well done there.
Well, there's a hole to the outside. Can they use that? How well can they utilise that? Yeah, for Marlborough, Hugh is always going to be a threat. If you give him space, he will make use of it. Let's see what he can do here.
Pacey with the ball. Drives in. 33 peel. Look short side. Oh.
Thank you very much.
What I do like about Marlborough is they're shifting the point of attack. What we've seen in the last set, on the left-hand side, they run a 32 play, then they went to the right-hand side, and now in the middle. So they're not just being predictable, which is really good. They're going the other way now from their 33 running a back door. Unfortunately, ball not to hand. Good defence again by Kāpiti Red. As they work their way up. Oh, that might have been an early defender. Good eyes up play by the Kapiti dummy half. Didn't just throw the ball, seen them coming. And again, another really good set of yards. Fourth touch on halfway. The boys swing back to the middle. Strong drive for a pick. We're just looking for draw and pass numbers. Good set there by Marlborough, Rod.
Yeah. I think, to be honest, I think Kapiti sort of lost the count a little bit. Thinking they had another one up their sleeve, but it's active D, and they're working hard at it. And pressure, pressure has results.
13 minutes into the game, what's been the difference for you between the two teams?
I think if anything, Kapiti is a little more connected, both offensively and defensively, and making the most of the opportunities that they do have.
Oh, unlucky. It looks like the sideline ref running back to give the signal for a forward pass. That was a nice setup, and you could tell just the amount of space there was outside the winger.
There's obviously a lot of confidence in the winger on this side and her hands, and they really do want to use her. And, they rightfully identified that the Kapiti wing is tight and holding that line. So.
Yep, Ellery James Sitters hasn't dropped one yet, and I'm sure she's going to score one soon. And I'm going to guess it's her sister, Delph James Sitters, over on the other side. So obviously the girls must be practicing catching and passing at home, because they don't drop them. Let's see what we've got here is Todd Nicholas working in the middle there with Papa Lee. Unfortunately, border ground. Early in the set to go for a move like that?
Always good to try something to tighten them early in the set, and the rewards are usually there. It just brings the defensive line in. It allows it to expose everything else on the outside. But in that case, I think Buxton probably could have engaged the hole a little more, just to engage that outside defender.
Fell to ground, but didn't let go of the ball. Really good work. Looks like she might have got a knock. Straight back into action. What happens here? Oh, what's the ref going to call? 6 again. Marlborough not mucking around, straight into it. Great work. Nothing wrong with that touch. Attacking player off balance. Marlborough now on the front foot. Second touch.
Just need to take their time here and just get the troops on and set the play right. Patience is the virtue here, and I'm picking they're going to come back to this left side again.
Paiwai and Rat in the middle. 32 Plant looking for holes. Probably could have held off from giving that penalty, maybe, just to see if anything eventuated from that not moving forward. But Marlborough got a fresh set on the line. Paiwai and Rat. McKenzie just sitting out on the southern wing. Just what you talk about tightening up, just a couple of quickie plays
just a couple of conditioners. Get the defence where you need them, where the real option is comes at the third touch. So
Nicholas going back door, Kane short side. Oh. Looked like they're going to cut back into numbers. It almost confused the defence. Fourth touch.
Yeah, when you see the size of the 2-1 gate there, boy.
6 again, 3 sets. Marlborough where you want to make the most of this. 3.5 to go in the first set. 2-0 down.
I like what Marlborough are doing here, bringing the strong female in, and making her part of the central attack. I like it.
Yeah, definitely. It's Paiwai. It's the cookie. Not sure if he knew Hugh Robinson had come on back door. Yeah, it's really good. If they're strong enough to be able to handle the touch that's going to come in there, obviously it gives your 3 assets wider than just the middle, so you can have a couple of mismatches on both sides potentially. Robinson sizing things up. Probably just a little bit of ad-lib, and we want to get a little bit more structure into this next attack. Allen off to Robinson.
Yeah, they've got him right out of zone there.
Oh. Good, it just comes on. Probably the first time I've seen him. Axel Allen sweeps around. Nice, or was it appeal? Nice and easy. Passes him behind. That reminds me of the Mr. Graham pass in behind Cav for about 50 tries, other than the one I didn't give that I keep being reminded about. Easy try. Marlborough back to 1-2.
Yeah, it certainly makes a game of it, and Marlborough have been looking likely for a while now, so the coach will be happy that they get some rewards for their efforts.
First dent in the Kapiti Red Marlborough defence. So we have another backdoor play. Short ball into a phase, steps back in. Nice defence. Good hustle there from the number 8 from Marlborough. Good on the attack and good on defence. Hugh Robertson. To our last touch.
A little too relaxed, maybe Meyer on that one. It's really important. Once you've got a touchdown, you need to put a stopper on the next one. So late in the count at that too.
It seemed weird that he
coned that far. That he coned that way, to be honest. But good on Kapiti. They took what was on offer.
Not saying it was a 7 tackle set, but they scored that touchdown after the 6. So good work there from Kāpiti Red Marlborough. A minute to go. Marlborough get back in this easily if they get a touchdown here. Again, number 17, Jordy Pepe. Nice touchdown, 2-3 Marlborough. That one got casual as well. Logan right on the spot, as he always is. As we just see the setup here by Jordy. Gets the Jordy, from Jordy. Into Nicholas, just got on the outside.
Yeah, good identification of that was nice and just played straight back at him. Yeah, it was good identification there of the, that one looked a little bit...
No, that was the optical illusion, Rod. Yep. There was a lot more black paint at that just portion of the line. 19 seconds, big set here for Marlborough, big set in the game in terms of momentum, emotionally. Marlborough want to really be on song. Great work there from the defence. She does it all, I'm telling you. Ellery James Sitters catches everything and defends it down. So probably one more touch here until we get to the halftime hooter. I just want to make sure nice and accurate. Don't try too much other than to scoop the whole length of the field. Good work there from Josh Harrison, and equally good defence as there we see it, Fano. good first half, pretty even. Kapiti probably showing most strengths, and they take a 3-2 lead into half-time.
Well done, team. Keep it going. Keep it going. Good work. Yes, good side step. Excellent. Working forward. Well done. Well done, team. Good. For Bunnings Homegrown Heroes, but Mahi never stops. Thanks, mate. Okay, team, come on in. Let's go. Let's huddle up. Bring it in, guys. Nominate your homegrown hero today. 1, 2, 3, 3.
Sport. What does it mean to us? For some, it's potential, a promise that we could be better, that the early mornings will be worth it, that we could be champions.
It starts with touch. Kia ora team, George here from Touch NZ. Now we all enjoy a bit of touch, but without a proper warm-up, the chances of being injured are massively increased. So to keep you on the field and out of the emergency room, Touch NZ have made a short and easy warm-up series for all levels, proven to lower the chance of injury by close to 50%. So head on over to our site and check them out. Play safe, play smart.
Tēnā koutou te iwi, and welcome back to the first live stream game for day 2 of the 2023 Bunnings National Touch Championships. Been a pretty cool start. There's definitely a notch up in the speed, Rod, with Kapiti starting us off, getting up to a 2-0 lead. Marlborough hit back, and then Kapiti again, and then Marlborough just finishing strong right in the last seconds of that game for 3-2.
Yeah, it's expectation, right? And it's a battle, and that's what it should be. Here at the Bunnings Nationals, likely for me is just in terms of Marlborough, how their game has changed since with the introduction of Geordie Pepe into their attack plays. It certainly offered a lot more in that aspect. And for Kāpiti, I'd just like to see Jordan Bignell Tupara just on the ball a little bit more, and they were finding some traction with their punisher plays. And so I'd like them to go back to that for a little bit.
Yeah, Geordie, she's probably been the key, as you say, as she's come in there, not just to drive the ball, but also get in there at the dummy half, picking the right options, eyes up, touch. So here she is again, in the middle. I'm surprised I don't see the C by her name. She does it all. Marlborough, great opportunity to tighten it up. Just across the right-hand side. Nothing really on, good deep. Covering the holes for each other, Kapiti Horo Whenua. 2 to go on this set, long ball left to right. Forward pass again, it looks like, by the sideline referee. Unlucky,
but there's some good ball movement there, Maya, just in terms of shifting the defence laterally.
Yeah, you talked about it in the first half, tightening things up in the middle with that lateral movement. Everyone was sort of sucking in step by step, and then you've seen there would have been a good 10 to 12 metres outside the defensive winger for Kapiti Horo Whenua. Just unfortunately, the pass a little bit forward. I'm sure after 2 of those, they'll be a little bit more accurate in that area. Kapiti Horo Whenua work their way up the field. Caleb working inside here with
Howard drive.
Jack Howard. Rion Robury. Went out and watched him. No, I wasn't wrong. Sort of, first half, that's right. Just didn't quite take that gap in the first half. So
yeah, and you'll notice the same thing there too. I think he could have challenged that space a lot harder and forced the defence to collapse. So yeah, it's just a bit of a work on. Trust himself a little bit more in his speed. He's got plenty of it.
Nicholas and Harrison in the middle. He's setting up here. Popoli. Nicholas just pulling things out. Harrison back to Nicholas. Follow. Oof, unlucky.
Yeah, that was definitely the right play for that time. The link was stepping up out of line, up out of his zone. And as soon as you get a link stepping high, you want to challenge that link. Generally, they challenge it on the outside. This time he saw the space on the inside. So it's just the little things for Marlborough at the moment, and just those finer points of execution, I guess.
You talk about out of zone. Take us through what you mean by that.
Yeah, so I guess if you consider with your defenders that the area directly in front of you and up as far as your partners beside you is your zone, and as much as you can, you don't want to step across and into anybody else's zone, because obviously then you're leaving your zone open for attack. So the favoured thing to do is basically just come as far as your barrier, and then if you do reach that, then tell your partner next to you to step up and start taking some responsibility.
Good contest we got here in the second half. Time racing by Marlborough, good setter deep as they work their way up. There's a good touch there by Kapiti Red. Just probably needs to get a little bit lower. Axel Allen. Oh, was it off beforehand? Oh, unfortunately, I think Ellery just came in thinking that she was going to need to be dummy half, just come off her wing, but good work there from Marlborough. Another good attacking set. Had Kapiti Red under pressure, but equally good scramble. As the boys sweep on, I like that pass, thread it through 5 people.
It's the 3 touch there, so they've definitely dug a long way into the defensive line there.
Mauri. Unlucky there. Kimmy, that's the first time I've really seen him on the ball in this game. He looks promising. Number 5 from Kāpiti Red. Good set out. Jordy Pepe.
Well, we're just bringing it through nice and clean at the moment, which is good. Keep the accuracy as high as it can be.
Kinsey and Paiwai. Paiwai gets through into the in goal. Great. Getting herself free on the left-hand link there. Nice setup there from McKenzie. Paiwai just showed the gas that he has as he scoops through. There's McKenzie. Paiwai just gassing it through. Beats the defender. Hits to the short side. Link staying in the open space, and that's great work there. I told you the sisters, they're killing it. James Sitters.
That's what Flo can do for you, Maya. Once you get the defensive line on their heels, if you can maintain that, it's very difficult for them to move forward again and make those lateral changes.
Apologise to the whānau if they're not sisters and they're cousins, or actually they just have the same surname, but they're both awesome, so they've got to be related. Kapiti straight down for face, gets through. It's in goal again. Ooh, a bit of a bump there from the female link from Kapiti. Great movement there. It's really good to see a player coming from the far hand side to come over to be an option.
Yeah, well, I'd like to think that's standard play, Maya, to have a tail come follow through, but as we know, it doesn't always happen. So it was good that the tail was there, following through, and keeping themselves live.
Yeah, Rion Robury did a great job of getting through first, but then just staying calm, not trying to force things, looking for that open option, and Jack Howard come right across from the far link to help him out and score a great touchdown, which has taken Kapiti Red 4-3 in the lead. It's definitely much more an even contest here. Papuali, long ball, right to left.
Nice hands.
His skills are awesome. I don't think they put one down. I hope I just didn't do the commentator's curse there.
What have you done? What have you done?
They have just not put them down. It's just brilliant. Todd Nicholas gets one back. Drawn pass. Beautiful hands. Took us through that one, Rod. That was nice. I could see it happening. It was beautiful.
Yeah, I guess it's it's just the deception of moving the ball one way and then coming back the other. The defense just collapses itself. So they clapped themselves to the left there, and he knew the play was right. It doesn't have to be a complicated game, Mike. It really doesn't.
The unfortunate thing here, I thought it was really good defense on the Kapiti girl link. Just didn't quite have the foot speed to keep up with Papuali'i, and then a nice pass out to the winger who's deserved the try. James Sitters. And it's 4-4. Here's a cracker. I don't know if you know, but I'm co-president of the drop-off committee. And unfortunately, you can't have drop-offs during round play, but I love a close game.
It's exciting. It's exciting, and it's certainly good to see the battle of the wits between the coaches. what plays they're sending out as they go through there. So
yeah, I've really enjoyed that. Both teams, just a range of options. They just don't go back to try and do the same thing. And in fact, if one thing isn't working, they're trying something else. So really good work. But I think that Todd Nicholas, he's the man of the hour for Marlborough. When he's got his hands on the ball, generally things are happening around him. Probably not the hardest hard touch I've seen, but good work. Nice set. Nice.
I can't comment. I like it when they bring the heat line.
It's so weird, the levels of touch when you go from national touch into a Trans-Tasman Open men's, and woo, I reckon rugby games are less physical than those sometimes, but like you say, I like it too. It's a joy to see. Pie White,
play through ball there.
3 sets in a row. It's really, really important you make hay while the sun shines in terms of getting these options, opportunities of repeat sets. Not too much on there. Paiwai and Morgan Rattray together. See Harry McKenzie with the ball, just setting things up. 33 Peel, going right to left. Good work there. That's good defense. 3 sets. That's pretty tough.
It's tough physically and mentally when you have to do that. And I'm sure these boys will head straight to the box as quickly as they can. But it's really important defensively that you keep your head up and you just keep soldiering.
Oh, unfortunately, just a little bit of inaccuracy there. The ball didn't quite get to ground before it came out of Lenny's hands.
It's what I spoke about, Maya, when I talk about when you're there for a long time defending, it really does take things out of the tank, and that's when the little errors start creeping in, and it can punish you.
And it's a mental error, right? It's just being able to grit your teeth together and say the priority is to make sure we be accurate in the space and worry about getting off after I've done my job.
Yeah, your job's not done until your feet are off the park. So as long as you're there, you're in it.
Nicholas again. Threw it 20 metres left to right, just threw it 30 metres right to left.
Nice cover by the wing there, though. They got out nice and fast. Knew what was happening.
It's definitely an attacking weapon, Geordie. The number 17 from Marlborough, as we see in there. Yeah, that's probably fair enough if the other one was given, and it's good. There's a standard, there's an expectation. Both teams know it. Consistency in what's been called. So Kapiti Red Marlborough will really enjoy that penalty after 5 sets, almost in a row.
Gives them a bit of time to settle down and, just try and get a fresh set of legs on.
So see them work back to the middle. Just trying to get to that back defender. Evans on the ball. Long ball right to left. Plenty of space. Too easy for number 16, Laura Claridge.
Not sure that was totally constructed there, Maya, but a bit of ad-lib play, but he did really, really well to see what was in front of him and take what was on offer. I thought the short ball might have been the play here, as on the shutter, but he went long and that was on offer too. So good on them.
Yeah, just because we don't know, don't think that means they don't know. Great work there, and nice hands from Laura Claridge on the end. Made it look easy. Kapiti Red Marlborough back to a 1-point lead, 5-4. Plenty of time to go. It's definitely, Marlborough probably missed a few opportunities over the last 5 minutes. Had a lot of the ball. So you see Hugh Robinson back on, been quiet so far in the second half. Robinson and Allen. Allen setting up that second try in the first half. Sweet play, steps back, short ball. Boom, down says the referee. Caitlin, always in the right spot. Oh, what happened? Yep, the try's been awarded. I thought she was running back. Thought the Kapiti player had convinced her that it was a touch. As we see, sweet play, step back.
Oh, well done. Well done. And then just as you said it, Hugh Robinson's been a little bit quiet this half, and he needed to step up. He's the one with the experience, and that's exactly what he did there.
Hanging around to do some deep. Tit for tat. 5-all. Marlborough winning this half by 1 so far. McLeod Jones couldn't quite connect with his link there. Good defence there from James Sitters. Marlborough probably got the momentum, I'd say, just with how they've gone so far in the second half. Had a lot more of the ball. Kapiti Red had to do a lot of the defence. Key here that they can keep coming forward, not letting Marlborough just get a roll on. As you see them, little extra passes. What do we have there? Fourth touch, 2 to go. I thought that was a penalty. That was a whistle on another field.
There's nothing in this game, Mai. Absolutely nothing.
Just a cookie play. Nice defence, really, really good.
Yep.
As you talk about, didn't bite too hard.
Yeah, if there's no threat, there's no need to make. Let's just hold our line, keep our connections together, and stabilise that that defensive line.
One of the other aspects that I find incredible of the female player in the mixed teams is the wingers they don't sub for whole games sometimes. You see them carry a water bottle over before the game starts and pitch the tent, and that's them for the whole game.
Yeah, I guess it's definitely true of the far side wingers, so the side of the field away from the box. So yes, you're right. They don't sub at all, and they've certainly got a lot of work to do through the transition stage. So big engines, but they're certainly up for it.
And it's the far side, Rod, I imagine, because they're not involved in being dummy half or the yard, so it's not quite as taxing as consistently as the box side winger.
Yeah, it's I guess different phases of the game. So offensively, they tend to hold out, a lot more, and that's where they get their rest. But as soon as the opposition transitions, that's when they come into play. That they really do have to work there as they're trying to stop anyone coming through to the box.
There's something going on here. Referee's called time off.
Just a clarification, I think.
Yep. Just wanted to make sure I got the right touch count. This will be a big set here for Kapiti. Just defended Marlborough for the last 5 or 6 minutes. Had to think about that one for a few steps before the old signal went up. Once again, the correct call right on the spot. Big set here. Marlborough had a lot of ball the second half to draw it back. Kapiti not so much down on here. Nice work.
Yeah, a girl on the bounce out. It's an interesting option. Good trying things. I'd still like them to go to more to a couple of punisher plays just to open up the line a little bit more. Oh, well done.
Nice work there. That's huge momentum shift. Yep, they've only gone one ahead, 6-5, but as you took us through this one, Rob.
Yeah, you just need to, when you need Bignell Tupara to step up, he's come to the game. So, he's read him well. Same thing again in terms of profile. That the defender's shoulders are just too far out to the outside line. So he was only ever going one way. You take the inside arm on him.
We just ticked into the last 5 minutes. Where one of the commentators earlier in the year talked about this being the championship minutes. Late cut, couldn't quite keep it. Looked promising.
Still trying things, Maya. 4 minutes to go, and they're not scared to give everything a crack. So for these teams, it's the first game of the day of the tournament for them. So the more things you can get through and nail down early, the better.
Give me your prediction, Rob.
Oh yeah, now you put it on me. Shall I give it to you now?
The live betting just stops. There's no betting on these games. Just joking.
No, certainly not. Like 4 minutes to go. There's more than enough time to get 2 back. What's important for Kapiti now is they need to get a stopper in to really put the pressure on Marlborough and get them to play scatterball for a bit.
Yeah, for me, it's Hugh Robson needs to get his hands on the ball a lot more on attack. Like we talked about, he's probably quiet in that first 10 minutes of the second half for Marlborough, but when he's got his hands on the ball, he's a real threat. Him and Todd Nicholas. So really need a score here. 3 minutes to go. They've probably got about 3 sets, maybe 4 sets each. Well, one team will get 4 sets, one will get 3. So for Marlborough, 2 behind, they're going to need a score here.
Good defence there, stepping up nice and strong.
Oh, I think that would have been a forward pass too, I imagine. Just from seeing where the winger caught the ball. Beautiful left to right. You see the sideline referee there, Logan, perfectly in position like he always is. Giving the on-field referee the forward pass. And here we go. Great set again from Kapiti. They score here, game over. But they'll at least want to ensure that they give it back down the right zone. Big opportunity. What would you be going to here if you're Marlborough, Rod?
Oh, same structure. So obviously, we're well aware that this right-hand defensive side for Kapiti has been really tight. So, maybe pulling the defence to the left side for a little bit and just trying that long ball again.
Robinson's back on with Allen. Short ball, nice line there. Good defence, matched it. Robinson needs to get back on the ball again. That's the third touch, setting things up.
Mount
32. Wrong. Jeepers, where did that come from? Last touch, unfortunately. Going to need to pull a bit of a rabbit out of the hat. Can't really set anything up.
Let's and late.
Squeezed him tight. Oof. Good D there again, just not biting as you talk about. Kāpiti Horowhenua, just making sure they stay connected and didn't really give them any gaps for them to be able to run into.
Yeah, what's important for them here is to actually get through this transition. So first thing we see, they've gone with an away session, which is probably the right thing to do after a couple of mistakes in the last two transitions that they've made. So they have a good understanding of where the clock's at. And now they're into a better position now.
Yeah. And by away, you mean going away from their box as opposed towards it?
Yeah. So, obviously, with the transitions, most times everyone heads straight to the box because they want to transition their players on. But there are times when you do need to push the ball away from you just to put the defenders in 2 minds.
Yep, didn't score there, but as you said, you want to give it away down there. Make it hard for Marlborough to come down, and in 50 seconds, very, very unlikely that they're going to get 2 sets with the ball. Marlborough just work their way to the box. Getting some subs on.
Ask me now for my prediction.
Oh.
Nice yards there.
Jay.
Oh, wow.
Oh, we went quiet there, ladies and gentlemen. We just had to sit back and watch that.
It was mesmerising. It absolutely was.
It was like a water slide. We're just moving everywhere. Left to right and diving, short pass, shots, back flicks.
Clyde Paiwai coming through the field awesomely there.
Great reward again from Mallory, James Sitters. Done a lot of the mahi. Been on the far side all game, as we hear. Full-time hooter in the background. 7-6, for me, probably a fair reflection of the results. Kāpiti Horowhenua pretty dominant in that first half. Marlborough working their way back and just couldn't quite get there. There we have it, whānau, 7-6 to Kāpiti Horowhenua.
This Touch New Zealand event is proudly supported by Bunnings Warehouse.